Welcome, all you entertainment holics out there in entertainment land. It's time yet again for another thrilling, exciting installment of, you guessed it, Wicked Entertaining, coming at you live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Rock Rage Radio. And we're also on Rock Rage Live. And you can also watch us live on our YouTube channel, Get Real Global TV, as well as listen to us on our radio station, Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, on Spreaker. And we're also Get Real Global TV on Twitch and TikTok. And then check out our Linktree page to see all of our social media and website links. You can just type in at Jennifer DeVoe Muse. And again, don't forget to check out our Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, and all of our wonderful podcasts on Spreaker, as well as we're also syndicated on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, as well as SiriusXM. And we're also on Pandora. But you can also listen to us on all different media platforms. We're distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, The Orchard by Sony also, and 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse. Hello to everyone watching or listening to this broadcast around the world. And I will now bring on our wonderful guest. We've got none other than the incredible Veronica Gonzalez, aka Vero G.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. How are you?
Good. Just getting over a cold, but hanging in there for the most part.
You look lovely as always.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I was trying to disguise this probably now. But you too as well. It's been a while.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always love every time you wear these awesome glasses. You know what I mean?
You.
So I like these ones. They're heart shaped, so that's adorable.
Thank you. I want to spread it up.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So can you tell our viewers and or listeners a little bit more about yourself, like where you're from, and a little bit more about like the style of music or other projects that you do?
Yes. So I know it's been a while we last time we talked. So pretty much I'll just sort of sum it up. I'm actually born here, raised in New York City, or they call it Lower East Side. It's like downtown Manhattan. And, pretty much music's been always a big essential in my life since a very young age. And I felt like embracing my culture, but also embracing music itself in general. And I wanted to let people know that my music is to resonate with people and also to uplift them at the same time and motivate them, during to whatever situations I talk about my music itself as it is. So prior to that, since we last talked, I've been having a lot of projects I'm working on. And those, I'll just briefly update what's already out there. I do have a few albums out and singles. The latest one is out now called Since You've Gone Away. That's on all digital platforms, and that's dedicated to my mom who passed away last year. So that's really, really dear. Prior to that, I have released previous albums out now, which is, as you know, Victory, Trials and Tribulations, Here I Am, Jesus, the list goes on. I was like, we got a brand new. That's the new one that just got out as we speak last year. So you ready to? And on your show, I have to always give you an exclusive. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the first view. Actually, I just did the graphic design today for my latest album, which is to be the 7th album, and that's gonna be called My Anxiety, and it talks about like mental health issues and certain things I want people to relate with that. And I think everybody is gonna really love this album. It's gonna touch base on that matter. But I want to give you guys the first exclusive on the show here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the show on here. Oh God, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. The glare.
But I just did the cover album earlier
today.
Today.
I like that. Oh, okay, I like that. Yeah, that's a good view right there. Very nice.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yes, thank you. I think it's symbolic. I want people to, understand this is a story about, facing certain things, and I want people to resonate with that.
Well, anxiety is a really big subject matter, as well as other mental health issues, of course. I suffer from crippling anxiety myself. Everybody's like, "Oh no, you don't seem like that type of person." I just disguise it very well. That's all.
Oh, wow.
All the years in the entertainment business have taught me to be a great actress. That's all it is.
You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. I
No.
respect it. Awesome.
Can you tell everybody the styles of music that
Yeah.
you tend to put out or have put out?
Yes, yes. So I'm a type of person or artist, like you say, that I like to not just be in a box. You could say I like to,
Mm.
I'll grow, not grow, but I'm trying to find a word. I think it's expand my musical taste. So I think for the
Mm.
most part, I do have a mix of R&B and soul, also mixed with hip hop, mixed with Latin, of course, a little Latin in there as well.
Right.
And I think for the most part, it's in pop, and I also want people to embrace and love the music as besides the sounds and that, and just enjoy the
Mm.
whole thing.
Right. I like how that you also do gospel. So like you do R&B, but hip hop, and then also gospel. So I think that's like an interesting, different like mixture of
Thank
musics,
you,
which
appreciate
is
that. Yeah,
it's very rare. You don't really see people delving into those different like at the same time. Rather, you know what I mean? Like okay, you're putting out hip hop, and then but you're also putting out gospel.
yeah.
Um, what about gospel hip hop? No.
I don't know.
I don't know if you
I
can
don't
do
know
it,
yet.
baby. I mean, why not? I mean, who says you can't? Like make a whole new cross genres and stuff. I'm sure they already have people that do it, but
That's true. No, no, you're right. And I think for the most part, it's nothing wrong trying different types of sounds, and get people to appreciate that and understand how that is. It's a lot of work behind it, but yeah, definitely. And with the gospel, actually, that was by accident because usually I when we had the COVID situation a couple years ago,
Mhm,
that was the time when everybody was locked down. We couldn't really do much, limited, and I felt like God really gave me the calling, as they call it, to write the
mhm,
song, which is out now. Let Him Heal You, which is a really beautiful, uplifting song. It's Christian based, but also gospel as well. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that, with that
mhm,
in mind. So this song is really the first time I ever did a uplifting gospel or Christian music or any song for that matter, and it was really great because I got a lot of great feedback on that. And I
right.
did, and I did receive one of the shows, like I award show, I think a couple of years ago, I received I think it was last year or so. I think it was, no, 2 years ago. For me, 2 years ago, I received an award for that song. And thank you guys again for the votes in that, and that tells you
Mhm.
that you never know. Just keep trying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And that's all you can do. Just keep putting music out there. And you've
Yes.
been winning awards. You know what I mean? And also getting put up for awards.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is amazing because not every artist has that ability, or I don't know how you want to say it, but not everybody achieves those goals in life, like actually being able to compete for different awards in different categories of music.
No,
You
no.
know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm honored. I
It's
really am
awesome.
humbled. Thank you so much. I'm really humbly honored because it's like you mentioned, a lot of people don't get that recognition. They don't get that moment, and I want to be the person to break those barriers for other people, and
Mm.
let them know that it's okay to be different, be unique. If your sound catches other people's ears and they resonate, they love it. You never know what could take from that point.
Right. Very true. That's good. It's always
Thank you.
good to have a positive mental attitude, especially in the entertainment business. Because
Yes.
there are a lot of people who have been unfortunately broken by the business, or they set themselves up too much for how you want to say it, and then they get let down. You know what I mean? Like too easily. Like some people, they don't achieve their goals in like one album or one song or one whatever, and they tend to like fall apart. Like I can't, oh, because I didn't achieve this, in this one point of time, I am going to give up. You can't give up. Especially not if you truly love what you do. Like if you really love putting out music, do you know how many people have put out many albums or many things and didn't fully make it or succeed necessarily? they play regular shows, but most of the people in the world don't even know who they are. Don't realize it, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know. Like, I've been to so many music venues over the years, especially in like Los Angeles. Go to like the Whiskey A Go Go, and there's tons and tons and tons of bands that play there. And a lot of those bands get regular gigs. They have like regular, like, they play it all kinds of different places throughout the city, but they're not hugely known, but they do well in their lane or their whatever their category or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So success isn't always necessarily measured by tons of money or a mansion.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as you love what you're doing. I mean, I don't know. I've seen bands get broken by success. Like they lose themselves and their intent. You know what I mean? Like, you started off doing this because you truly love music.
Yes.
Well, if you truly love music, most truly successful musicians are not rich, and they do not sell out stadiums necessarily. I mean, not everybody's AC/DC.
Right.
The normal, common, everyday musician doesn't make it huge like that. Unfortunately, a lot of us in the entertainment business have day jobs. That's a common theme. That's a common theme among us in the industry. Is not everybody is hugely successful. You know what I mean? But if you truly love what you do, it's not about the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about your love of the art or the love of the craft that you are doing or contributing to.
Very true. Right on. Very true. Yeah. If you do get a possibility, ever get a deal or signed by any label, then that's a blessing, I say. But if you're loving it because you want to do it, then I will say go all for it. Like you say, as long as you got something extra to help you to invest in it, then that's great. But yeah, it is a struggle. It is.
And it's a lot of hard work and dedication.
Yes.
People don't realize, if you've never worked in that industry, if you've never delved in that world, then you wouldn't understand what it takes to be truly successful, or how much work you have to put in. And you have to put in 10 times more work than you would like a day job just to achieve some real semblance of a career out of it. You know what I mean?
So true.
If you can work steadily, not just like put out one or two albums and then you burn bright and hot and then you burn out. I mean, like, if you can keep a steady career, like, there's some musicians out there that, their names have been out there. They've played with a few different successful bands, but their names aren't as well known as like the lead singer maybe or whatever. Like, there's guitarists and drummers and bass players and keyboardists and stuff like that who played with many different bands, but like what do they call that, a studio performer or a state, like some people just record with people, record tracks, or you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know, like what they call that, a studio musician or something, like you mostly do.
They mostly like
that. Yeah, you're like a gun for hire, not like a regular member of the band necessarily, but you contribute to the overall product.
Yeah.
But if you can get one of those types of things where you work steady, you can make a good career out of it.
Yeah. I believe that. I think I tell that people, as long as you're being consistent, that's really big in being key into what you want to do. And there's a lot of times where those milestones, and like you said, you get disappointments, you get situations. It happens. It's part of life. But I think as long as you really want to do something in life, you have to really go all the way in on it and just that's the main thing. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't half-ass it. Not in the entertainment industry.
Oh no,
because it'll just burn off. Like, even like actors, there's a lot of like C and D level, like what you call it, like background actors or like ancillary characters, the ones that are like always the supporting actors but never the main like
Yeah.
A or A list or whatever, like you're like that B, C, D, E level. Like you see them in tons of different things, but you don't ever remember their freaking name.
Yeah, you're like, I've seen you somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yeah, but I don't know. Why have I seen you in 10 different shows, but I don't know who you are? It's because those people work steadily.
Yes, that's
They
true.
may not be an A-lister, but A-listers sometimes don't get as many gigs as the lower level people. But then also the A-listers are getting way more money. So in
See,
the
that's
long run,
that's
they're actually making more money. But how long is your career good for? Some actors, their career is only good for a few years. Some actors, Jack Nicholson's been doing it for like fucking 50, like 60 goddamn years or something. You know what I mean? Like, not
not bad.
everybody has it like that where they've had a huge career that has spanned, like Jack Nicholson is Jack Nicholson. You know what I mean? Like, he's Jack Nicholson. Tom Hanks, you know what I mean? Certain actors will always be like that A list. But
I think you're right. It varies. It varies.
see, you've had a steady career. That's what I'm saying. But you don't do just music.
Yeah.
You also own your own magazine. You
Yes.
also have your own TV and radio projects and shows that you do as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
can you tell people about like your TV and radio projects?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, guys. So the quick backstory behind that, how we started off with the projects with not the music, but like the other side. Big shout out to my management, Jam Pine Media. We worked along that first with the TV pilot, which is known as the Vero G's pilot TV show. We'll be making a knock on wood, I think 8 years this year strong for the show, which has been out for a while. And with that, I wanted to branch out because we saw the success behind that for independent artists here in New York City. So I said, what's a great way besides that artists always want? Radio, magazine. I said, boom, let's get right on it. And we luckily we did our research. We found locations we were able to put our brand and mark it in what you call it, the online internet radio stations, and we were able to do that for a couple of years. And then I said, okay, then magazine was actually after the TV, then the radio. So we just branched off the brand itself to other outlets, and it's
Nice.
was amazing to see, yeah, like a lot of people embracing it and supporting people and getting their name out there and getting it's hard, as you said it's really hard out in these scenes or independent scene as an artist for itself. So I wanted to not only look out for myself, but I'm looking for other people to kind of give them that push they need to be also heard at the same time.
Okay. Now, do you find it hard in this day and age? Like, because you and I do so much, we
Yes.
do so many different types of things. As an artist, that can tend to burn us out. But
Yes.
also, at the same time, like, do you find that you're able to maintain all of it, or do you feel like at some point, like, you have to be like, okay, I can't do everything, I need to hire some people and like delegate some authority or something, because it's hard. Like, I find it's very difficult to keep up, like, social media.
Yeah.
It's
That's a lot.
exhausting, like, because I
It
have so many other things that I'm doing. I make my own hoodies, t-shirts, jewelry, like all kinds of stuff. I do so many different things that I don't always have time or the energy. The day job, it kills me. Like, just kills me, because if I could get rid of that damn day job, I'd be fine. I would be fine. I'd have more time. But some things you don't necessarily like doing.
right.
I don't necessarily like the social media and certain parts of things like as much as I do other things. Like, I like being productive, and like I like being the producer, the director, the host, the this or that, like the, how you want to say it, the this type of thing, the entertaining part of it, not
Yeah.
necessarily the social media side of it. So it's like, do you find for yourself that it's hard to maintain that? And do you delegate that out to others or have a team or?
And in the beginning it was difficult. I won't lie to you. I think it was very difficult because you have to know how to balance. You have to know how to manage. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice certain things to get things done by a deadline. And I
Mhm.
learned that by trial and error. Nobody showed me. I learned on my own.
Right.
And I mean, now later on, I got to be with my management, and we work alongside, with trying to balancing out certain things what we can with our, our professional life, but then also personal life. So you got to separate them, which is hard.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I think
That
for the
is.
most part, I learned from trial and error. Is about what you can do. Don't overwhelm yourself because if you do, you're gonna burn out immediately. Um,
Right.
Definitely. So I think for the most part, take what you can. For my situation, for me, I think it was just I learned from different situations how to manage it and how to deal with certain situations and continue being putting out there on social media and it is time consuming. I'm not gonna lie, it really
Mhm.
is. But
Right.
for the most part, definitely. If I think for the most part, a lot of people understand if you're putting in the time and the investment, you're putting in everything that you can to get people out there to see your work, it's gonna pay off eventually. It takes time, but I think for the most part, I think for me it was just balancing out, and I do have I had a prior team, but right now I'm just working with myself with my management, with
Mhm.
projects that sort. So it takes a lot. It does, but do what you can.
Right. Yeah, I've been looking at different options as far as that's concerned.
Okay.
I mean, you could go that whole AI virtual assistant route,
I don't know about that.
which
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
That's new.
saying, I've literally because I like to try out new products and new forms of media, so to
Okay.
speak, like
Okay.
different apps, different websites, different programs, different, just different ideas. Because
Right.
you never know when you're going to find that thing that fits for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And AI, I don't have to pay anybody. See, I just buy the program, I
And
tell
it
it what
doesn't
I
work.
want it to do, and the damn thing does it. Okay, and that's where
That's
I'm going with
awesome.
that. It's like I'm not saying that I don't want to hire people, like real people someday, but not. But you don't always have a budget for that.
Very
I
true.
mean, just our rent is $1,500 a month. You know what I mean? My share is $750, but I'm just saying, like you got tons of bills. Like it takes people don't realize how much money goes into just doing this, just this
Yeah.
one program. I've got Streamlabs, I've got Spotify, I've got a YouTube subscription so I don't have damn commercials in my YouTube videos.
Great.
I've got like so many different things. I have so many different things. I have Spreaker. I
Ooh,
have Poster My Wall to make all my logos and my posters and my little video things like that entrance video that goes into all my shows, like my different each one. People don't realize how much time it takes just to make one minute or 1 15 second or 30 second or whatever amount of time, like your intro into just your show alone. I had to sit there for hours and hours and hours just honing that and crafting that, and I had to find the right music for it. I had to I had there's so much work that just goes into one little little intro video to your show, and then
so
you got to make the outro, and then there's just like all these things you have to do that people don't realize. Just that one thing takes a ton of time, and then every episode I got to make a flyer. I've got to make sure I stay in contact with the artist. I've got like all these different things you have to do.
it's
You
a
know what I mean?
lot.
And it's there's so much work goes into just one podcast, and I'm about to have four.
Oh,
Two of them
congrats.
have been kind of on hiatus because of the holidays and like family things and sickness and other crap that I've had going on. So I'm trying to get back on track with everything. So you got like what has he got? One on Thursday, one on Friday, two on Saturday. Eventually, that's the goal. But again, that's the day job needs to go at some point.
I understand. I understand. Do
And,
what you
and
can.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to do my freaking online magazine where I
Yes.
showcase all the artists like you and the other actors and the artists and the authors and the all the people I work with from around the world. I want to like put out like an actual like what you do, like an online actual magazine.
Yeah.
That I've had the magazine for years, but I've never actually done anything with it. That's the problem. See,
Wow.
too many projects that I want to do that I don't always have time for, and I have to sit there and think, what is more important, and what can I work on right now? What is feasible?
I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? What can I actually work on that I have time for? So you have to pick and choose. You have
Yes.
to pick and choose what to work on and what not to work on at the end of the day is what sucks. See, no, if I didn't have the day job, I'd have plenty of time for everything.
You can do it. You can do it.
I need to be more of an entrepreneur like you, Vero G.
Oh my god! Just take it one day at a time.
People don't realize I'm a photographer, videographer, media correspondent. I work. I'm also in the process of getting back with WWE. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Well, I've been, of course, sports correspondent for them for God, over a decade now. So it's just like I want to get back to doing the things that I love to do, like the media coverage for concerts and events. I actually last year I actually stepped it up and actually covered way more concerts last year than I had the year or whatever prior. So I'm trying to get back to my old self, but I feel the only true way to do that is go back to freaking Los Angeles. That is where I need to be because Maine is not the epicenter for it.
I understand. It's like the location. Like, oh.
I mean, you live in New York City, so you understand. It's either New York City or Los Angeles.
Yeah, either or. And I think
when you're talking United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I know Florida, Miami is like really hot over there, so immediately.
Oh yeah, but I just mean in the sense of like it's like a big music scene, like where. But yeah, actually, Florida. There are quite a few centers of music that people don't realize are, everybody always wants to say, oh, New York City or Los Angeles well, there are other places, where music is happening.
Yeah, it's just they don't really out there as much as other states, but yeah.
Have you gone on tour at all? Like, have you, or have you ever thought about doing that? Or, I mean,
oh man, that's one of my bucket list things I really wanted to do. I wanted to do that. We did a mini one, like when COVID happened. We did like a few. We did upstate. We did some parts of New York. We did try to expand it to other states, but it was just the money right now at the time.
No, totally.
Yeah, that was.
I think I know somebody who you would do really well partnering with.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my buddy Blackwell.
Oh, okay.
I think you would do well with him. I don't know if you've ever heard of. You've probably seen him on my show, but
yeah. He's friends with me on I think Instagram. He tends to show me the stuff he's
down in he's down in Florida.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
But I think like hip hop, like the world of hip hop, I think that would be a good collaboration.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
I'm just saying, you like doing collaborations.
Yeah,
and he does collaborations. You know what I mean? He's got. I think you would do well doing the harmony part to his like rap or hip hop part. Like, I don't know. Like, he's got another chick who sings with him typically, but he likes to partner with different females. So I think that might be a good opportunity.
Okay.
So I will suggest that to him and see if I can put you guys together. I just think it'd be nice to like kind of bring some of my different worlds together,
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, why not?
New York meets Florida.
I like it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Expand your markets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, big time. Yeah.
So what songs have you got out right now? What is your newest project? What is your newest thing?
Right now I have the new song that's it's out since January. Actually this year, January 1st, 2025. Nice. Since you're going away out now, definitely.
Right, about your mom.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
and that's out on all digital platforms. You guys can check that out. As we speak, I just gave you guys the exclusive on here, the cover album which I just did today, and
Which
it
is
will
gonna be
be
awesome.
yeah. Thank you, welcome. See, I always want to give you the first before I give it to
It looks
everybody.
nice. It does. It looks really good, especially for the subject matter that's behind it.
Yes, thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, thank you.
Well,
And that,
we're definitely gonna play your song tonight about your mom. So I definitely want to hear that one. And then what else? What was the? I know you released another one not long before that.
yes. Okay. So the album of Random we just got out. I got released last year. I think around November-ish or somewhere in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
But it got out and it's out now on digital platforms. This year I'll be releasing finally the fifth EP album, which is called Energy, and then My Anxiety. That one I showed you will be coming out
Mm.
around late fall. So it's in the works right
Okay.
now. I'm gonna finishing up, and then after that I'll be working on the A4 album, which we call Self Love. So I'm definitely excited for
Mm.
that one. That'll be coming out next year. I
Nice.
don't have no release date yet, but I always want to do each album. I realize now I want to do different themes, and I want to like
Oh,
put yeah, I want to like kind of resonate with
I
the
like that.
album. Thank you. Yeah, so people could
That's smart. Branding purposes. That's really smart.
thank you, appreciate
Yes.
it. Thank you, appreciate it.
A lot of the most successful albums or artists out there have done themed concepts on their albums.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want, I always say, if you want to, what is it the saying? If you want to be successful, you know, do what successful people do.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean? That. I don't know if you like. Why would you want to fashion yourself after someone who's not good at what they do and is lazy and incompetent? And I'm just saying, like those. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why anyone would want to do what unsuccessful people do.
No, no, I understand.
That's
Yeah,
not going to get you anywhere in life. I mean, you know.
that's true. That's so true.
Model yourself after successful people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
All right, well, let's play the song. Now, what was the? Okay, I want to look it up on YouTube here. Hold on. And what's the name of it again?
The new one that just came out is called Since You Gone Away.
Since
It should be like a red, the artwork. It's red, like a door or something like that. I think, yeah.
you said since you've gone away.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
there we go. I like that album cover too.
Thank you.
It's
I do a
nice.
little graphic work, so I hooked it up and yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. See, now if I would just do more graphic design, I do graphic design, like media design, like websites, flyers, logos, anything you can think of, stationery, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just I need see that's the whole thing. You need to believe more in yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
get more jobs doing the things that you truly love doing, so that you don't have to work a day job.
Love
That's
this stuff.
that is where I need to be right there.
Everything is timing. Everything is timing. Yeah,
I know, but it's like almost
I know.
13 years. When's it going to be time? No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
wow. No, but you got this. Yeah, you just
I
keep.
kind of was a slacker. I think the first few years I was in radio. Do you know what I mean? I
Oh,
didn't take it as seriously as I should have. You know what I mean?
no, but I mean, just keep doing your thing.
I got to. I just got to keep doing it. All right. We're going to hold that thought. We're going to share our screen.
Awesome.
All right. Putting you in the waiting area,
Okay, I'll
and
be
we'll
back.
be right back.
You are close to my heart. Always be a part of my life. Since you gone away, it's never been the same. A piece of me is gone. Since you gone away, since you gone away, it's never been the same. A piece of me is gone. Since you gone away. I'm back. Ollie, where'd you go?
That was wonderful. That was very very beautiful, very melodic. I like that.
Thank you.
Very
Appreciate it.
nice.
Thank you.
Very. I think that's one of my favorite songs you've done. I think. To be honest with
Oh,
you,
thank you so much.
it was produced very well. I like the sound. I like the lyrics were really good. Like the hook, the harm, everything was really good.
Thank you. Oh my God, that means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I
Um,
like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Big shout out to Real Lyrics Production who made the productions. Sorry for that amazing song, and I put all my heart and soul into this project, so I'm excited to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, really good. I think more people need to hear that type of stuff, especially if they're dealing with a loss of any kind.
Yeah, definitely.
So this definitely something that people could be inspired by and listen to and connect with.
Thank you. That was the purpose. Yeah, that's why. This real quick backstory behind this. When I got the production from my friend Brent Lyrics, it took me 3 days. No lie to you, Jennifer. I 3 days. I sat down crying, 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 and
Hmm.
after the third day, I sat down in the room and I just started writing. And
Hmm.
it was the most therapeutic session I ever had as a songwriter. And I was writing, crying, getting the words together. And then when I recorded that day in the studio, big shout out to Eddie, the engineer. I heard it. In the ending part, you hear I kind of like you hear me like in the very close towards the end of the outro of the song. I
Hmm.
kind of choked up a little bit, but I had to keep going. And
Right.
when I heard like the final product, I sat down and I started crying, and it felt great. It felt great.
That's good.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't realize how therapeutic crying can be. To get that out of you, whether it's an angry cry or a sad cry or depressed cry, whatever it is, you gotta get that out of you. Or because if you bottle everything up inside, it's gonna eat away at you,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
that's
yeah.
definitely never good because that could lead you down other dark pathways that you don't need to be going down.
Very true. Yes.
Yeah, and which leads us back to your next album, which my
Yes.
anxiety. I mean, I'm just saying, like mental illness, sadness, anxiety, depression. They're all things that kind of go hand in hand a lot of times.
So true. So true. And I think we need to talk more about that. A lot of times we all have a stigma where like, we talk about it, we gotta kinda like not really discuss it because it's like a hidden curse, they say. But no, I
Right.
think exactly. And I think it's, if anything, we need to embrace this and don't be ashamed about it and talk more about
Yeah.
mental health. Because as you know, there's not a lot of resources at all. If anything, there a lot of times these places, these mental health facilities, they're either they're limited of staff members or they don't
Hmm.
have enough resources to fund that. And a lot of
Right.
times that's why a lot of people they just they're like, well, excuse my French, the hell with it, and it is what it
Mhm.
is, and the system is already broken as it is. So it's
Yeah.
like, when you go there, as trying to just get seek help for yourself,
Mm.
it does kind of discourage you a little bit because you see how the system is run, but you just got to keep trying.
A lot of people, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't get the help that they need
Yes.
for whatever reason. That's one reason. Another reason is just because they don't want to admit they have a problem or have something wrong with them, or you know what I mean. Like I suffer from mental illness. You know what I mean? But I also didn't get diagnosed till I was 27. I knew there was always something wrong. I just didn't know what was wrong
Right.
because I wasn't raised in a family that did that kind of stuff, got help, or, you know what I mean? There was always a stigma around it.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So,
exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're weak, kind of like it's like a weakness to get help. Like, no, it's actually a strength. Like, you should, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A lot of people don't realize get the help that you need. Like, don't deny yourself because of your ego or because of your, like, oh, like, what are how people are going to look at me, like, whatever, like, in a certain way, or who cares?
Exactly.
You know what I
Get
mean?
the help. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong getting that help. Let me
exactly.
tell you, just a quick story to that, and I commend you for that because a lot of people will shy off on that. And what you're also doing, you're breaking a generational curse by doing that.
Yeah.
When you break those things that are later on, people are not going to open up to. Wow, they did it first, then I'm going to go and get the help. And it took me within 20 something years, I had bottled up so much resentment and certain things I went through my childhood,
Mm,
and unfortunately, my mother passed away. I did kind of lash out on her a couple of years about how I felt towards her and the things that I have
mm,
encountered. I will
right.
discuss that here, but I think overall, what now after all those years, within 2 or 3 years ago, I finally took the initiative and finally got therapy. And let me tell you,
That's good.
Jennifer, definitely, Jennifer, the best feeling in the world when you have left off all the feelings and it's like you left off so much on that you were carrying around, and to
Mm,
finally talk to somebody that could help you, and it just felt great. And it's, please go get the help. I tell people all the time,
yeah,
it's worth it. Just go get the help. Yeah.
most definitely. If any of you guys are out there are struggling with mental health, don't be ashamed to go get help. Like, there's nothing wrong with, first of all, there's nothing wrong with crying. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I don't care what age you are. It could be a teenager, it could be 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 80s. I don't care. If you're sad, cry. Like, if you're angry, just get it out of you. Like, a lot of times, you know, you got to get that anger out of you because it's just going to fester and boil over, and then now you're taking out on other people, like taking out on people that you love, and for no reason. So it's just like you need to address these issues before they, blow up out of control and cause you to do things. Like, a lot of times in the past, I didn't get help, so because of being bipolar and anxiety and things like that, um, you do compulsive, stupid things, for different reasons. You're just like, you're anxious about something, or like you're going through a bad marriage, you're going through whatever, now you're a single parent, whatever, it could be anything, it could be, you became homeless, whatever, like you tend to fall apart, you know what I mean, way quicker than maybe the regular, quote unquote, normal people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
It's true. It's all right. Yeah, definitely.
Because you already have that in you as disorders. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
A person being depressed is one thing. A person with mental illness being depressed is a whole nother thing.
Yeah. It's a battle. It's a battle. You gotta. people don't understand it takes a lot. It drains you out, and when you deal with certain things that maybe people don't understand, it's like you have to like try to make them understand, but they don't. So it's like you're fighting in your own. I'll say what it is. It's fighting your demons. I always
Yeah.
call it what it is. I always say I fight my own demons every day, and every day I try to wake
Yep.
up and just make the best of the situation, when I can. And like I said, I commend you for doing what you had to do for your salvation, for yourself, not for anybody, for you. So it takes that next role, what you have to do.
I haven't been to a counseling session in, oh God, probably well over a decade now.
Wow.
I used to go for years. I went regularly, and
Oh,
then 2012 I had a huge, like 2011 I had a huge breakup with somebody. Whatever, things happen. Um, a lot of things happened from there on, and like I never got like the help that I needed for all those years from, like, 2011 until, well, now.
okay.
I just, I can do it on my own. I don't need to talk to people. I did it for years. How did it really, how did it really help me?
Yeah.
I still ended up in bad ways in life, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what? I've been on a waiting list now for 3 years to finally get into a counselor here in Maine. So I'm like, you know what? The heck with it. I'm going to start going. To hell with it. If it helps me, it helps me. It don't, it don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I need it. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I take medication. A lot of people don't even realize that. But like, I'll tell them I have mental illness, and they'll just be like, "But you don't seem like that way." Oh, I would never have guessed it. Or like, like
That's
they have
crazy.
this certain vision in their head of how a bipolar person is supposed to be. Like, they're supposed to be some
Right. Like,
crazy whack job that just goes around doing all these nutty things. And well,
oh God.
well,
I
if you're on medication for stuff, then a lot of times it really helps. And I still have, trust and believe, I still have signs. You just
oh,
may not always see it.
no, but you able to manage it. That's the main thing.
To an extent. To
I understand. I understand.
an extent. Even I still have like that chipping point.
I understand. I understand. Listen, it is what it is. You do what you
Yeah.
can.
It depends on how you come at me. If you're cool with
Ooh.
me, I'm cool with you. If you come at me a certain way, oh, it's gonna go a
Oh
whole
boy.
nother way for you, and you're not gonna like it.
I understand. Trust me. Yeah, I have those days where I'm like, there's somebody because I'm in. We New Yorkers. It's like we have our own problems over here. 1 minute somebody says,
Oh God, well, it's New York City.
yeah, it's already its own situation.
You know, you
So
know
yeah.
how? Okay, so this is one of the most common things that I hear about New York City. Everybody there is just so angry. Everybody there is just so mean and rude. Oh my God! I'm like, dude. I said, please, look. No, okay, that's anywhere. Number one. Number two. It's cold and bleak sometimes, and like certain the weather can get to you, like it just different things. But not everybody. Look, I tell everybody, I said I know a lot of people from New York who are very lovely people.
Yeah.
Not
Everybody
everybody's
mean
like
man.
that.
No.
I said that's what I'm saying. But that's just like a common thing, even in television shows, even in TV shows. They're constantly like about New York City, or someone's going to New York City, and it's like always,
Oh my
oh,
God.
it's crime ridden. Everybody's angry. Everybody's mean. Oh, they're so rude. It's like, God
Yeah.
dang, like,
It's a stigma. That's what it is. It's like
yeah,
they
that's what I'm
slowly.
saying. So then everybody
Yeah.
automatically assumes that, because you're from New York or live in New York, you must also be like, oh.
Oh my
Same thing
God.
with Los Angeles. They think everything's about drive-by shootings,
That's
angry
crazy.
people on the highway shooting at you, um, like homelessness everywhere, tons of
Damn.
liberals. Everybody's like everybody's a tree hugging liberal. Everybody's oh, come on. Oh, or Hollywood is gorgeous and beautiful. Why? Because you show you that way in a fucking movie?
Right. And so you walk
Just
in
like Las
there.
Vegas. Las Vegas ain't all beautiful either. Okay, look, I worked for the casino industry for 7 fucking years. I've been to Vegas so many goddamn times. That place is not all pretty and gorgeous like it's shown in a movie. Same with Hollywood. Hollywood can be very dirty. There's like motherfuckers out there begging for change. You know, homelessness, like there's different things that people don't think. It's like sometimes, like, okay, the street sweeper didn't sweep that day. Now there's dirt in the freaking gutters. I mean, trash and stuff from tourists. It's not all gorgeous and beautiful like it is in the movies, but it's also not all drive-by shootings and people on the highway shooting them up. They make everything seem like a certain way, and it's like, are you people crazy? Everything's drama, and it's horrible, and it's like, and we're all a bunch of tree-hugging liberals. Ah,
I'm done. It's true. It's sad, but it's like they always say that one thing. It's like crazy.
Just like they think all Mainers are boring, and we all just listen to country music. And it's probably a bunch of white people that are just a bunch of like racists. And we're all like, you know, supposedly KKK members, and we're all racist. We're all like, you know what I mean? Or they just want to talk about your goddamn seafood, or your, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Or there's trees everywhere. Like, it's just like they want to put you in a box.
Right.
Don't put me in a box, okay?
It's so, I hate when they do that, like stereotypical stuff they do.
Because they see some shit in a movie or TV show, or it's just like they see stuff on the news, like, I hate to say it's Fox News, certain stations like ramp up the crazy, like, it's all like horrible here. Oh. New York City is all a bunch of street stabbings and subway muggings. Oh, don't go to New York. Don't go to New York. Everybody's rude and mean. You're gonna get robbed on the subway.
Oh my god! I mean, not for the most part. It's not like that all the day, every day. No, it has its days. It has its days.
Well, no, every city does. Is what people don't seem to understand. Don't believe the stereotypes. Don't believe, you know, like, I don't know. It's just like different races or genders or different sexual orientations or whatever. Like, there's stereotypes for everything.
Yes.
And sometimes those stereotypes are good, and sometimes the stereotypes are bad. But even the good ones can be harmful, depending on what it is.
That's true. It depends. But yeah,
like, I'm sure not all Asian people are good at math.
Oh my god.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? There's those stereotypes that can be harmful.
Right.
If they're taken a certain way. You can't just like assume because somebody is of a certain gender or a certain sexual orientation or a certain ethnicity or whatever, or religion. You know what I mean? You can't just assume everybody's like that.
Yeah.
They're all like that. Oh, you know, come on now. Like, all white people are a certain way. All this or what? Come on now. You can't view the world in such a narrow view, like such a, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. It is true. Yeah.
There's good and bad in everything.
Yes. Very true.
I mean, there's, you know, bad, crazy people like Jeffrey Dahmer. And then there's good, crazy people like me. See?
There you go.
No.
Oh my god.
I joke all the time about my mental illness because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to, like, people always want to take it too far or take it too seriously or take it too, like, yeah, or oh, you know.
I understand. It is what it is. I understand. It's okay.
You got to roll with it.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have good days and bad days. You know, just do what you can. You know.
All right. So, okay. So when again is your new album's coming out this fall? You said.
Yes, there's no release date yet, but I'm working on it right now. But I know for sure the Energy album will be coming around like late spring. I'm sorry. It'll be like maybe late April, maybe or entering May around that time. So I'll keep you guys aware more or less when it gets all officially with that. So I'm releasing two projects out this year, so I'm very excited. But the other album, which is out now, is called Brand New Me, and it's out now. So please go check that out. When you guys get a chance to. Yeah.
Awesome. And then the song we played tonight was on that album.
No, that's just a single. That was just
That's just okay, just a single that you released. Okay,
yes,
independently on its
yes.
own without being okay. I got you. That's nice. I
Thank
like
you, thank
that.
you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you're really good in the gospel air realm. I mean, I like all your styles of music that you
Thank
play.
you. Thank you.
You know what I mean? But thank you so much for showcasing that song tonight.
You're
It was
welcome.
very very beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what I
Appreciate
mean? And I know it's near and dear to your heart. You know,
it.
so I'm so sorry for your loss. By the way, I know I
Yes.
told you that before when it happened, but I just wanted to say that again.
Thank
Is
you.
I know what it's like to lose your mom. 'Cause
Thank you.
I lost mine when I was 13, so I totally understand how difficult it can be. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
It's
I
never
I know those feelings also.
appreciate it.
You know, so my heart goes out to you, and I'm glad that you were able to put your feelings into your music, and that's a form of therapy. A lot of people
Yes,
don't realize. You know what I
big
mean?
time.
Whether it be pencil to paper or visual graphics or music or whatever it is, you know, those things can help to heal us and help to give us some closure, maybe.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
Thank you for allowing us to, you know, play that tonight. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing it. That means a lot. Thank you.
No problem. Can you tell people again the name of the song?
Yes, it's called Since You Gone Away. It's out now on all digital platforms, as you mentioned. Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora. Just type it up, you'll see it. It's available. You can check it out.
Awesome. And where can people find your social media? Do you have a website, things like that?
Yes, yes. Okay, so my website is www.verogmusic.com. My Instagram, which is official at official Vero G. My Facebook artist page is at VERO2884. And pretty much, yeah, you can find me there or just we're online. Just check me out.
Yeah, exactly. And so just make sure you guys spell it correctly. It's VERO and then the letter G. So Vero
Yes,
G.
yes,
Just
yes.
type that in and you'll find her everywhere. So on Spotify, YouTube, like everywhere you can think of. And what is and tell everybody the name of your channel again, like your radios, you know, radio TV stuff and your magazine.
Yes. Okay. So the magazine is Vero G Spotlight, Vero G Spotlight magazine, and it's on available at MacCloud. You guys could check it out. Past issues or editions, you can check it out. The radio, it's Vero G Spotlight Radio Show. It's available online, and also we do also in person once a week. So right now we do both, but I'm more focused online. So you can check it each Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Facebook Live, on StreamYard. I'm in the stream, forgive me, Restream, forgive me, and other places that you can check it out.
Right?
Yeah, and the TV, it's each week, every week or so. It's Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Available on local channels in New York City. You could just hit me up, and I can send the local channels where you guys can check it out.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, like you could go check out where I was featured in the
Yes,
Vero
yes, I remember.
Spotlight magazine. Heck yeah. So, go check out that one.
Yeah, that was a while back, but yeah,
It's been a while.
yeah. I was like, oh my god,
I'm
wow.
working on getting ready to hopefully, do that again here shortly. I've
Yeah.
just been trying to get some projects together so that I can have some new stuff to put on there.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
I'm excited. Since we last did it, I've started all this new stuff.
Awesome.
I think Wicked Entertaining is the new thing. Like when I did it with you last time, I think it was still Jenny's Real Talk on the Block. So,
Oh wow.
you know what I mean? So it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, so I need to kind of get some stuff together so I can get back on there again. So that's a definite. I would like to do that soon. So I always thank you for helping me, showcase our stuff as well. So appreciate you for that. But everybody, please go check out her stuff. And just like I said, type in Vero G, literally VERO, and then the letter G. Just type it in, and you'll pull up like everything that she has, or the Vero G Spotlight, magazine or network or any of those things.
Yes. Yes, the YouTube channel. I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's called Vero G Spotlight Network. Yeah, you could subscribe there as well and subscribe back. Yeah.
Nice, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. I really appreciate you.
Well, thank you again, as always. You ran up.
No problem. Please join us next Friday, February 28th, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Rock Rage Radio, Rock Rage Live. We're on Get Real Global TV, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. We're on Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, on Spreaker. We're on iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, Pandora. Distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, The Orchard by Sony, and 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. And this has been Wicked Entertaining, of course. Join us next week on Friday the 28th, where we have Matt Zane, or Lord Zane, as you might know him, for the frontman of the incredible, crazy shock rock band Society One, who decimated the stage back in the late 90s and into the 2000s. They're the band Society One. Just check them out. He has a new, it is a documentary, and it is called Everyone Dies, Rock Stars Don't Count. And it is a very, graphic movie. I'm going to put it in a nice way. He was basically the inventor of porn rock.
Whoa, okay.
The movie is very risque. I am going to put it in a nice way. If you have a problem with nudity, graphic, sexual-ish content, it might not be the movie for you. But if you're anything like me, you definitely love those types of things. But Everyone Dies, Rock Stars Don't Count is streaming on Thunderflix.
Oh my God, I'm done.
I love Matt Zane. I've actually, JJ the Muse and I have actually been in one of his music videos that he did. It was a band called Fate Destroyed. It was one of their music videos that the Muse and I were actually in, where we were covered in fake blood from head to toe.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Dude, I went outside after we were filming, and I was chasing after a cop car all drenched in fake blood. It was hilarious. I was like, please stop! Come back! Oh my God, it was a slaughter! Everybody's dead! I was like, free.
Just telling you what, it's just acting. It's not real. Okay?
It's Hollywood. Come on. Yeah. Now. I mean, they have it's the land of, it's the land of Oz, the land of make believe, the land of freaking let's make a deal for the love of God. Oh, you go 5 feet and you trip over somebody in some cosplay costume, drenched in blood, dressed up in some like costume or something, you know what I mean? Like, you basically trip over people out there that are dressed all in costumes and other stuff. Like, you can't, I don't know how you really take it serious. But.
I love it. It is an imagination runs wild. I love it.
But this is an amazing documentary. I already started watching it. I'm maybe like half an hour in. It is crazy.
That's wow.
You need to go if you guys out there love the rock industry, love metal, love rock, love shock rock, love any of that type of stuff. You'd love this type of thing. If you like anything to do with the
Definitely.
porn industry, I think you'd like this movie. But I've already started watching it. It's quite graphic. I'm just gonna say that.
Mm,
So you,
okay.
everybody check out "Everyone Dies, Rock Stars Don't Count" by Society One with Matt Zane, aka Lord Zane. You'll see my buddy Jay Gordon, lead singer of Orgy, up in
Nice.
there. And speaking of, well, I was saying, I'm going to leave that alone. Um, there's some
Hey, now.
crazy stuff in this movie. I'm just going to say crazy stuff. But shout out to my buddy. Like a bunch of people are in this movie. You see Jacoby's Chaddix, Papa Roach is in there. A bunch of bands. Tons of bands are showcased in that. Like just little, like, because it's a documentary style. You know what I mean? People
Nice.
talking about how like Jonathan Davis from Korn and like all these different musicians, like talking about how they toured with Society One and some of the crazy stuff they experienced while touring with them. And so it's a really great movie. I think everybody should definitely check it out. A documentary. And
Ah,
we will have Matt Zane, Lord Zane, here next Friday night from Society One. I'm very excited.
oh, that's exciting already. I'm like, yeah.
I'm very excited. I don't know how much we can actually play from the movie, but no, I'm just kidding.
Mm.
Um,
Oh
hey,
my.
I'll play what I can play. That's
Yeah, you gotta be careful because YouTube
YouTube
be like,
might flag
yeah,
me for
yeah.
graphic
I was gonna just say that.
content.
Like, wait
Well,
a
my
minute.
show is tagged for people that are 18 or older, but I don't want to get banned from YouTube for having
Don't
porn
do
on.
that.
I will figure out what I can do to play for that. It's like, oh my god, her show got canceled. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, I'm like, okay, I don't know nothing.
I tell everybody, don't allow your children under 18 to watch this,
Right,
this
just put like
show.
the introduction, like, be careful, be
It's an
aware, you know.
it's an adult. This is an adult program. I tell everybody. I have it banned on YouTube where you have to be 18 or older to
Right.
view my content. So,
Oh, that's good. That's good.
but
Okay.
I'm sure these kids nowadays. I'm sure there's a way around it. They'll figure something out.
So let's do parental control. Let's go see what we can watch, you know.
Scary. All right. Well, we want to thank you so much to Vero G, aka Veronica Gonzalez, for being on our show tonight. We really appreciate you and everything that you do and put out into this world. Please, everybody, go check it out. Go share, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Subscribe to this channel, Get Real Global TV, here on YouTube. Go subscribe to hers, the Vero G Spotlight Network. Go check that out. Go, check out her magazine. Help support. That's the biggest thing. So if you're sharing people's content, it helps to get the word out about their stuff. If you're following them and subscribing to them, liking their pages, helping get the word out about this stuff, then everybody's better off for it.
I think somebody has a question. I saw something up there. I
You
trying
had
to
a
find
question?
Daniela, I think.
Oh, Daniela Caruso. Yes, hi, I have a question. And then I don't know what happened. You still have a question? What's the
I was
question?
trying to.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. So guys, that's my problem. I don't always look at the at
oh,
the at the comments. That's my problem.
no,
That's one of the
no.
things. See, I need a moderator. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I understand. It's okay. I was just like, huh? What's going on there?
But thank you to everybody for watching the show tonight. We really appreciate you. Thank you again to Vero G for being on the show tonight. And we'll see you guys next week for Society One and Lord Zane. Peace out. Thank you for watching Wicked Entertaining. Bye.
Yay!